Hi everybody, welcome back to simulator video. Today we're just gonna go up to the pattern, do a short field takeoff, short field landing, and soft field takeoff, soft field landing. And this is just show you guys a little bit of the sim and what it looks like. Alrighty, okay, let's get started. This is using the FCA school checklist, and this is one of their planes, the 152. It's normally a 172 in real life, but it has steam gauges, so I found it fitting. And yeah, okay, let's start with this checklist. So pre-flight is complete, safety briefing, seat belts, fire extinguisher, exit talking. Any questions? That's in the back of this booklet. Seats and seat belt are secured. Fuel selector valve is on both avionics. Avionics is off. Circuit breakers are all in. They're like right here. Electrical equipment is off. Parking brake is at home. My feet are on the brakes, and I would pull the parking brake. And mixture goes full rich, throttle in 1/4, carb heat is cold, primer as required, set and locked. If it was a cold starter, I'd give it 2 shots of primer. Um, Beacon comes on. I might need to adjust that. There we go. And okay, beacon is on. And masters come on. Clear, clear front, clear left. Clear, clear back, clear left, clear front, clear right, and clear back. Okay, we're clear. And I'm gonna say clear prop, and then throttle, and start. And there it goes, up to 1,000 RPM. And we'll look for that oil pressure. Oil pressure is coming up. Go to the green there. Already it's on the line, and then we'll lean for taxi, make sure, we'll lean mixture for taxi, avionics come on, and flaps are up and verified. Of course, simulating after the pre-flight, and we're just waiting for this. I mean, it's a pretty cold day, so I assume it'll take some time for the oil temperature to come up. And then we'll grab the weather. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 122.8, I'm going to put the CTAF in here. You can also see it over here. And then I'm going to put guard frequency 1 to 1.5. And then I'm going to put the weather 135.175. 175. There we go. And I'm going to switch the columns right here.
Kilo Foxtrot India Tango, automated weather observation 1700 Zulu. Wind, tree 24 at Niner. Visibility, 10. Sky condition, few clouds at 4,300 feet. Temperature, -4 Celsius. Dew point, 10 Celsius. Altimeter 3002. Kilo Foxtrot India Tango, automated weather observation 1700 Zulu. Wind, tree 24 at Niner. Visibility, 10. Sky condition,
Check for that
few
altimeter.
clouds at 4,300 feet. Temperature, -4 Celsius. Dew point, 10 Celsius. Altimeter 3002.
Okay. Now we'll switch back
Kilo
to
Foxtrot India.
mic 1. That oil temperature is coming up. Oil pressure just on that line. I don't know why this plane's a little weird. Like I'll bring it back to 1,000. And all the temperature goes behind the line. So I'm not positive why that's like that. We'll do a brake check, and then we're gonna go to the run-up area. Assume this guy is not here. I don't really know how to or get rid of him. And yeah, okay. So let my brakes go. I'll add a little bit of power. And power idle. Stop. Okay, good. I'm just gonna make a right turn. As I do that, I'm just gonna check my instrument. Magnetic compass, no leaks, no cracks, and it's turning left when I turn right. Good. Airspeed indicator showing 0. Attitude indicator showing level, and level and 0. Uh, Altimeter showing within 75 field elevation. Turns up indicators turning right when I'm turning right. Same with the heading indicator. And again when I turn left. And then we'll check that they don't move. Good. Don't move. And don't move. Vertical speed indicator showing 0. And so instruments are checked and good. Clear left. Okay, and so the run-up area is going to be like right here, so it's a little weird. It's not what it's like in real life, so I'm just going to stop right here, do my run-up right here. I'm going to bring that power up to 1000. Okay, that's a little above 1000. Um, and I'm going to put the parking brake, my feet are on the brakes, and then engage the parking brake. Controls are free and secure, so we're going to go look left, left comes up. It's a little hard, it's hard to see because where I sit, where I configured it. It comes up, elevator comes up, right, we'll check that right comes up, left goes down, elevator's still up, and then we push it down, elevator's up, down, and right's still up and left is down, and then we'll check the rudder and we'll look behind us to make sure that the rudder is moving in the correct directions. Okay, so the controls are free and correct. Fuel selector valve is on both. Trim is set to neutral. Oil temperature verify has risen. It has risen. It's on the green a little bit over here, like the tip over here. So we'll put the mixture full rich, and we'll bring the power up to 1700. Okay, 1700. Now we're going to turn the alternator off, low voltage light comes on and it's not charging the battery anymore. Then we're going to turn the alternator back on, increase, and the battery is being charged. Then we're going to check the right magneto, less than 125, back to both, and check the left magneto, less than 125, less than 50 between both of them, back to both. And then we're going to check the carb. So we're going to turn it on. It doesn't work currently, but then we check for a drop of less than 50, and then we bring that back to idle. For 1, 2, 3, engine stays on. Turn the carb back on. Look for increase in RPM, and then we're going to check the static vacuum system, which is, it's not in this plane, but is in 30 echo. So we'd pull that, look for an increase in suction, then push it back in, look for that decrease in suction, and then we can bring the power back to 1000. Good, so carb P off, throttles back to 1000, and then mixture lead for taxi. Um, Comms nav radio sensor 122.8 and 121.5. We have the guard frequency, and then we just have that weather, and then this one's not very important, and we're not going to use VORs today. So that's comms nav radios are set autopilot. There's no autopilot in this aircraft. Flaps are up. Doors and windows are set, closed and latched. Right, and I have my seatbelt on, and I'm gonna go to the hold chart, and then I'll do my before takeoff briefing. So clear left, clear right. Feet off the brakes. Parking brake is off, and we'll start going to the left. And of course, I have my iPad, which I'll have my taxi diagram, or I'll check for see people on ADSB, but I do not have that with me currently, which I should, because of that taxi diagram especially. Okay, so takeoff briefing. So I'll come to the back over here, and weather we have 320 at Niner. So we have a direct headwind, so it's kind of nice. Abnormalities. So if we depart tree 2 and we're still on the runway and we have any abnormality, we'll bring the power back to idle, maximum braking, maximum aerodynamic braking. If we have any abnormality and we departed tree 2, we've departed tree 2, but we're still we still have remaining runway. We'll put the plane back on the ground, maximum braking, maximum aerodynamic braking. If we depart tree 2 and below 1,000 feet AJ, below 1,350, let's say 1,400 feet MSL, pitch our best glide 65, and I would make a right turn back because there's more area to the right. Again, we're pitch our best glide 65. If we're above 1,000 feet AJ, above 1,400 feet MSL, pitch our best glide 65. I'm sorry, disregard. If we are below, I'm sorry, if we're below 1,000 feet AJ, below 1,400 feet MSL, we'll pitch our best glide 65, and we'll try to land no more than 30 degrees to the left or the right. Somewhere ahead of us, there is like a baseball field to the right, so we can try to make a left base into that. Or there is a very large parking lot to a factory straight out to the left as well. So, and then if we're above 1,000 feet AJ, above 1,400 feet MSL, we'll pitch for best glide 65 and try to make a right turn back to Fitchburg. Okay, we're taking tree 2, and we're going to do a soft field landing, excuse me, a soft field takeoff first, and just stay in the pattern. So let me brief that, soft field. So I'm going to hold the elevator full aft to keep the least amount of pressure on that nose wheel to simulate being on a soft field, and or like dirt muddy field, wet muddy field, because then our nose wheel can sink into the ground, which can be very bad. Um, so for that we need flaps 10, and verified. Can't see it, but I would verify. Car P is cold, and what we're gonna do, I already briefed it. Good. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna continue this takeoff briefing. I'm sorry, before takeoff checklist, you select your valves on both, trim set to neutral, mixture goes full rich, flaps as required, 10 degrees, 10, and verified. Car P is off, transponder 1200, pitot heat. Pitot heat is off, lights as required, so turn strobe landing, nav on, and I don't know why that turned off actually. Still something I have to get figured out. I'll turn that taxi one on as well. So from now on, these are not the lights aren't really gonna work over here, but I will simulate using them by using this over here. Okay, and so now I'm gonna check that downwind base final is clear, and nobody's on the runway. I'll make my call. We'll depart tree 2, left close traffic. And I'm going to simulate by pretending to click over here because this changes my camera view and I don't like that. Future traffic, Skyhawk 2230 Echo, departing tree 2, left close traffic, Fitchburg. Okay, cleared that one base final. Elevator full aft. Now the soft field landing is a little weird on Microsoft. It's not going to let me pop the wheelie. Um, so it's going to look really awkward, very weird. As well, I would also like to say that I should not use braking, and I should anticipate the turn and use the least amount of braking as possible, and that was very bad. So we'll get back on center line over here, and we got tree 2, heels to the floor, and full power. Static RPM is achieved. Engine gauges are in the green, suctions in the green. Oh, there we go. Okay, stay in ground effect. Okay, to 60, which is VX, and then we'll climb VX. Something I did not mention in my briefing. Climb at VX. Oh, that's very aggressive. Once we're above our 50-foot obstacle, bring the flaps up and climb at VY. Yep, that is something I did not brief, and I will brief for the next time. VY is 73. There we go, 73. And this trim down here does not work, so I do use trim on the yoke. There we go. And stay coordinated. And it is kind of windy today. Okay, 1000. At 1350, we'll turn left crosswind. Engine gauges are still in the green. Sections in the green. 50 feet before, 1350, we'll turn left crosswind, look for around 90 knots. Future traffic, Skyhawk 2230 Echo, left crosswind, tree 2, Fitchburg. Okay, look for around 90 knots. It's pretty bumpy. Oh, it is bumpy, yep. Okay, around here. And we're gonna get pushed, so we're gonna have to correct a little bit for that. And we climb 50 feet. Down, okay. Now we're gonna turn downwind, Fitchburg traffic, Skyhawk 2230 Echo, left downwind, tree 2, Fitchburg. And nowhere in 30-degree bank in the pattern. Maintain 90 knots. Oops, climbed a lot actually. Let's get back down to my altitude. Here we go. Now, I mean, we have a headwind, so I'll maintain that little patch over there. And try to maintain this right here. Okay. Okay, now we can do my gums checklist before landing. Checklist. So gas on both undercarriage, undercarriage, mixture is full power, mixture is full rich, power is set, and I will bring my first notch flash because I'm below 110. First notch. I'm gonna make this a soft field landing, so I'm gonna try to make it as soft as possible and try to stay in ground effect. Then at the end, very end, I'll add just a little bit of power to make the landing very soft, and then keep making sure to hold that nose wheel up so that doesn't touch the ground. Okay, 1350, holding my altitude. Oh, I'm at 80, and let me just add some power there, and I'm climbing, so push those down. And I will make a descending left turn to base, bring power back to 1500. And future traffic, Skyhawk 2230 Echo, left base, tree 2, Fitchburg. I went a little far out over here, so I made descending left turn, look for around 85, 70, 85 to 75 here, so perfect. And we're getting pushed a little bit, so I gotta turn a little bit into the turn. Final is clear, carpy comes in, second notch of flaps, and final is clear. We're at 65, that's very, very slow. Future traffic, Skyhawk 2230 Echo, final, tree 2, Fitchburg. Yeah, I made that turn very early, and I'm very low, so let me add some power. It's a little hard to judge my height sometimes, because I do not have the best graphics, unfortunately. That's alright. Jump a little bit. I'm considering not using third degrees, excuse me, like last notch of flaps, or even 30 degrees of flaps, just so I have more controllability once I get down. Let me use it and see how it feels. So last notch of flaps, I'm final. I did make my call, looking for around 65. I am doing soft field, so just trying to make it soft. And last check, mixture is full rich, power is set, and my carb heat is on. Good to go. Add a little bit of power, getting slow here. Pitch down. Pitch for airspeed, power for altitude, so add the power. Probably aiming for those numbers. And once I get closer, I'm just gonna hold this in ground effect. Keep going down, keep going down. Hold in ground effect, hold in ground effect. Add a little bit of power. There we go, ground effect. And keep that nose from touching the ground, very soft, and it kind of comes out by itself. Very strong in real life. It's a little different, and not using the brakes, and keeping that elevator full aft. Another consideration when taking those, not using full flaps on a soft field is, although it creates more drag, they also create more lift. So that would have helped me on ground effect as well. Just staying in that ground effect. So when I start pulling the power, I'm gonna anticipate it because it looks slow over here, but I'm really moving pretty fast. So yeah, I'm gonna use a little bit of brakes, a little bit of braking, tiny bit of braking. Yeah, I'm gonna take this taxiway right here, which is Delta, I believe. Venture traffic, Skyhawk 2GG0 Echo, clear of tree 2 Fitchburg. And over here I would finish the maneuver, although in real life, of course, I would keep taxiing if I was on if I was on a soft field. So let's go to my after landing checklist. After landing, clear the runway, trim is set to neutral. Trim is set to neutral, mixture is lean. Flaps come up and we'll verify. Car P is off, transponder is 1200 on altitude. Um, I don't know why. Oh, I guess I never turned it on. Well, good to know. I'll turn it on for altitude. Cool. But it is 1200. Okay. I'm not gonna touch it. Okay. Lights as required. Our taxi light, landing light can stay on. Nav beacon, all can stay on. Taxi clearance is not required. So I'm gonna taxi back to tree 2. My feet are off the brakes, no parking brake. And so at this next door, we're gonna do a short field, and I will brief that at the hold short line. One thing I also did forget was to align my heading indicator with my magnetic compass, um, which Microsoft does it for you, but I have seen sometimes that I had to do it, but because it was at the beginning of my flight, it was already aligned. Also keep in mind there is a runway over there. It is not in real life, does not exist. I'm going to taxi through it as though there's no runway. It does not exist. I'm taxiing a little fast, so I'm gonna slow it down here. Also some notes about that short field, soft field. I was floating a very long time. I had a lot of power incoming at the end. I think I could have pulled that and added just a smidge of power at the end as well, instead of just holding it for so long with power, because Cessnas do love to float. So, but yeah, I think that pattern was good too as well. We'll start slowing down. I am going pretty fast here. Break to the short, hold short. And over here I'm gonna do my before takeoff flow. So I'm gonna go from floor to door. So fuel selector valve on both. Flaps are up. We're doing a short field, so we do not need flaps. And I can run through that checklist. So let me bring that power to 12,000. Short field, flap 0, holding the brakes. We're using the most amount of runway, so we're gonna go out and taxi and hold the brakes over there at the displaced threshold, and then we'll add full power, make sure our brakes, um, and while holding our brakes, we'll look for a static RPM between 2280 and 2400, and we'll check the engine gauges, our green sections in the green, then we'll let go of the brakes, we'll rotate at 52, climb at 60 until we clear an imaginary 50-foot obstacle, then we'll climb at VY 73. Okay, car P off, and the rest is for the maneuver. So again, I will do my before takeoff flow. Apologize. Fuselage valve is on both. Flaps are up. Mixture comes full rich. Throttles at 1000. RP's off. All my lights are on. Ignition's on both. Primer set and lock. Make sure our doors and windows are closed and latched. Doors and windows closed and latched. My seatbelt is on. If there's someone next to me or behind me, make sure their seatbelts are on. That one base final is clear. I can make my call. Fitcher traffic, Skyhawk GGG 0 Echo, departing tree 2, left close traffic, Fitchburg. Oh, now I gotta make sure that these two are aligned. They are. Looking at 1-4-ish. And we are good to go. So I'm gonna use all available runway, which is the beginning of that hold short right there for 3-2, for tree 2. And it does look different in real life, but it's alright. It's not really a problem, especially for this takeoff. Okay, bring the power 1000. So I see tree 2, tree 2, tree 2. I will bring the power full. I've reached my static RPM. Engine gauges are in the green. Section is in the green. Let go of my brakes. And I'm looking for 52. Hold that center line. And 52, rotate. Climb at 60. Until we're clear of that 50-foot obstacle. And we're clear. Now we can picture 7 for VY 73. I thought there were flaps, but there are not for this takeoff. Stay coordinated. Track tree 2 and VY trim for VY. Okay, good. Wow, those are some big clouds out there. In hindsight, I should have checked the weather as well, but I am in the air now. Gauge are the green, section in the green, we're past 1,100. And coming to 1,300, 1,350 will make crosswind, that will make the call. 50 feet before, Fitcher traffic, Skyhawk GGG 0 Echo, left crosswind, G2 Fitchburg. And 90 knots, bring that power back. And we lost 50 feet, no more than 30-degree turn. And perpendicular to the runway here. And clear left, we'll go left. Fitcher traffic, Skyhawk GGG 0 Echo, left downwind, tree 2 Fitchburg. Okay, and 1350, we'll hold that. Looking for that brown patch over there, losing some altitude. Climb a little bit. Climbing too much. Okay, around 90 knots over here. Trim for that. And we'll do my gums checklist. Gas on both, no under, gas on both, mixture forage, undercarriage, no under. Sorry, let's go back. Gas on both, undercarriage, mixture forage, power set 7300, or as required. The car P is off, my lights are on, seatbelt is on. Is the person next to me, seatbelt is on. Good to go. Okay, so what we're gonna do is below 110, add first notch flaps, and maintain 1350 and 90 knots. Okay, so we're not going to go as far out this time. So I'm going to be saying making my descending left turn. So I'll bring that power back to 1500 and sending left turn around 75 knots. Look for around 75 knots. Fitchburg traffic, Skyhawk GGG 0 Echo, left base, tree 2 Fitchburg. And I'll bring that car repeat on. And final is clear. We'll do second notch of flaps. Wow, that's really pushing me. Okay. And we were a little low last time, and we are a little far out, so let's maintain that. Future traffic sky, GG0 Echo final, tree 2, full stop, Fitchburg. Our final, yes, we're on final, and we're aligned with the runway. This looks good. We're stable. I'm aiming for that second stripe there. Second stripe after those numbers, and my touchdown point will be the middle of the blocks or the 1,000-foot markers. So bring that power back a little bit. We are on shore final, 30 degrees of flaps. And in real life, I would have 40 degrees of flaps, which I'd add on shore final. Excuse me, this is not short final. Add a little bit of power. It's a little low. Okay, now that second stripe, this one right there. I don't know if you guys saw that. 65. Oops, there we go. Okay, start walking that power back. Short final, continue. Of course, I'd add last notch flaps if I had them. And start walking that power out. And over here, I'm going idle. Yeah, I had a lot of excess power. Middle of the blocks. And maximum braking, simulate maximum braking, flaps up. And aerodynamic braking. And that's still full stop. And we'll get off. I believe that was just out of private standards. Oops. And I've cleared the runway. And I'll do my after landing checklist. Clear the runway, trim is set to neutral. Mixture is lean for taxi. Flaps are up. Carb heat is off. Transponder 1200. Pitot heat is required. Lights can all stay on. Good. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Definitely things I can improve on, but it's always good to get in the sim and practice those procedures and getting that side picture and looking for what you would in real life. But never beats a plane. Okay,